All right, we got the TV going in the background. Got the football game on, but getting ready to do a little quick, show you a little sample headshot photo setup that I'm using right now. Got my friend ShaunTa is going to be coming over here and having a seat in just a second. And we're just going to play around and get a couple of headshots and show you what we got and how it's set up. Just to tell you what I'm using, this is the Canon R100 mirrorless camera. I've got the flash trigger here for the Godox, and I'm using the Flashpoint Studio Pro 300 flash unit that I'm using over here. I've got my curved reflector that I'm using to give her a little bit of light back on her face, and we've got another strip box over here that's doing a little lighting her up from the background and from the side a little bit, gives a little bit of rim light on the subject. So that's the little setup that we're going to be using, and we're going to try some test shots and see how it looks. I got one so far and it looks pretty good, so we're going to see what we can come up with. A couple of quick, easy setup test shots and see how it looks and everything. And then when we're done with that, we're going to come over to the little video portion and we're going to do an interview with my wonderful friend ShaunTa. So stay tuned and we'll be right back in just a moment. All right, I got my model in place now. We're going to do a couple of test shots and see what we got. That looks good like that. Oh, that's just perfect. Very nice, very nice. Yep, that looks good. I love that. Perfect. There you go again. There you go again. That's good right there. Perfect, perfect. Very nice, very nice. Glance over there. There we go. Turn your head towards, yeah, right there. Good. Perfect, perfect. All right, these look good. These look good. So just doing a few headshots just like this, and I'm gonna let you see the results and everything. And this is gonna be the results that we shoot. You'll see the before shot straight from the camera, and then I'll do a little editing and show you another picture where I enhance it a little bit and let you see that. But this looks good straight out the camera just like this. So get a couple more shots. Yep, there we go, right there. Very nice. That's just perfect, perfect. Very nice, very nice. So enjoy this stock video of a pizza on a turntable while I tell you about a couple more. We're giving away 100,000 a day. And what we're going to do next, we're going to change it up and have her put on a different outfit, and we're going to get a corporate headshot look with you're going to put on a sports jacket and a shirt, and maybe put a little scarf around her neck and see how that looks. Give me a little smile with that one right there. Turn your head towards me that way a little bit more. Right there. Perfect. Excellent. Very nice. Very nice. That looks good right there. Okay, we're gonna change real quick into another outfit, and then we're gonna see what we get. All right, we gotta change the outfit, and then we're gonna do a couple more. It looks good just like that. A nice corporate headshot. Very nice right there. Yep, that looks good. Almost looks like an executive judge right there. Good right there. Very nice, very nice. There we go. Yep, good, good. Right there. Just like that again, give me a little smile. There we go, right there. Yep, that's the one right there. Very nice, very nice. And this is just you had a funny smile with your mouth on that one. Let's do another one. There you go, and give me one with your hand up, like you know. Yeah, there you go. Good, good. You know how you be putting your hand on to the side like that? Yep, there we go. There we go, right there. Perfect, perfect. Tilt your head that way a little bit more. Yep, perfect right there. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so these are real quick, simple headshots that we're doing, just to show you how easy it is to put it together. Simple background, simple setup. 2 lights that I'm using. One light here with the softbox, and then I've got another one here with the strip box in the background, just doing a little light on the background right there and just giving a little rim light. And these results are looking just outstanding, very nice. Just to keep it simple, right there. There we go, good. So what we're going to do now is going to incorporate a scarf, just to give it a little bit of a flavor. Change it up just a little bit. So we're just going to have her put a scarf around her. And she knows what to do, so I don't have to tell her anything. She knows what to do and how to put it together and everything. Yep, there we go, just like that. Yep, right there is good. Yep, that's very nice, just like that. Or twist your body towards me a little bit more, your whole body. There we go. There we go. Very nice, very nice. And what I'm doing, I'm just shooting basically with just a 50 millimeter. Normally don't shoot headshots with a 50 millimeter, but that's what I'm doing with this particular setup, just to make it simple. And that is just gorgeous right there. That looks beautiful. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Very nice. Look at you. Good, right there. Get one more. Good. We're going to change it up real quick. The only thing I'm going to have you do is just flip the collar up. And then still have the scarf around. Yep. There we go. There we go. Right there. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. That's good. Oh, I love that. Love that. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Yep. There we go. Very nice. Good. Good. Right there. Oh, these are good. All right. I think we're good with that. Can't wait to show you what the results are, but I think we're good unless you want to do anything else. You good? All right. So we're going to finish this up real quick, and then we're going to go over here to this side, and we're going to have a little conversation just about this particular set that we did and talk a little bit about modeling and photography. So stay tuned for more right after this. All right, here we go. All right, welcome back to TV34 Studios. This is Tony. I had a little surprise in the studio today with me. I have my dear friend ShaunTa in, and we just did a little impromptu headshot setup. And I just want to show you, I'll show you behind the scenes of what we did and everything, but just talk a little bit about the setup and what we did today. So, okay. What was your impression of it?
I enjoyed it. The setup is really nice. It's really a cozy environment, a welcoming environment. It's a good setup. It's a good setup.
Yeah, this is what I've been doing, and it's what I love doing. Me and my son got this set up finally. You know, we got the space and everything. And one of the things that I want to do is just show people how quick and simple it is to do the headshots. You know, it's a real simple setup that we've got here. Got a couple of lights that we use, simple backdrop. Use a couple of different reflectors and things like that, and boom, boom, boom. You know, as you know, it took us what, 5 minutes?
5 minutes, if that. 5 minutes.
5 minutes,
and got beautiful shots. Beautiful shots. One dud, but that's all right. Beautiful shots. Get them in and out.
And you know, we've been working together for a while now. You know,
for a while.
Yes. When did we start? About 2014. Something like this. It's been about 10 years.
Yes.
And been kicking out some really good stuff. Every time we get a chance to work together, we always get some good stuff. And what's funny about it is the time when we do spur of the moment stuff, that's when we really knock out some good stuff.
Yes. That's when we get the best shots. And our very first shoot, I don't know if you remember it, we did the pink and white.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to show you those because those were a hit.
Those were nice. Those were nice.
And that was the first time. And you know, a lot of times when you're working with a model and a photographer for the first time, you have a little jitters and you can get nervous a little bit because you're trying to get to know one another.
Right.
But with us, it just seemed like it just clicked.
It clicked automatically.
Automatically. And the cool thing about for photographers that you're working with somebody, you don't have to do a whole lot of instructing on how to do this, how to pose, how to do this and that. So it makes it a lot easier. And it was pretty easy for you.
It was good for me. It was good for me. And when you're working with one of the best, my favorite, everything goes smoothly and it's just quick. It was a beautiful experience the very first time of us meeting.
Yeah.
I thought I would be nervous and jittery, but no, we came in, he did his thing, and I just got in front of the camera and we just worked it out, worked everything out. So it was good.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, ever since then, we've been doing really good work. We play around with a lot of different things, whether it's on location or down at the studio. Every time we come up with something, it's on point.
Yes.
And this one was real simple, you know, because
Very
we didn't
simple.
do anything. The only thing we did, we just came in with the outfit that she had on, took a couple of shots with that, and then I just had her change into a shirt, a men's shirt, and a jacket, a sports coat, and did some shots like that, some corporate headshot looks, and then we just added a little scarf to it, just give it a little extra flavor.
Yes.
And it was just on. It was just simple, easy, and the shots were excellent.
Yes. Sometimes just that little subtle change makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And the scarf added a little pop to it, but it wasn't much.
Right.
It wasn't much.
Right.
It was nice. It was good.
It was just enough, and it made it look really nice. And again, they just turned out really nice.
They did.
Really quick and simple.
Yes.
And then, you know, looking at the shots, we don't have to go in and do any editing. And that's usually there's a program that I use to do a little bit of fine tuning and touching up on some of the images. But these look good straight out the camera. And I'll show you the results out of the camera, and then I'll show you a result after I do a little touch up on it, just so you can see the difference. But these were good.
Yes. I love it when he don't have to do any editing or any touch up. I love it. But then when he does add a little something to it, I'm like, oh, that's me.
And that's the fun part about it, you know, being able to create like that and just make the model comfortable when you're doing this kind of stuff, because a lot of times, and that's one of the things that I want to talk about too, your experience working with different photographers, you know, and just, you know, you've done some fashion shows before, and we worked a couple of those together and everything. So just tell me a little bit about your experience working with other photographers and how to deal with that environment and things like that.
Well, I've been modeling for some time now, and I started with Legacy Model and Talent Agency, and I worked with a lady by the name of Shirley, and she was my coach, and she went through the whole finishing school. We got certificates and everything. And working with her and starting back then versus now, working with the different photographers, every photographer is different.
Yeah.
Every photographer has a different eye for
Right.
different things.
Right.
And so if the photographer knows what he's doing, and us as models, and we step in front of the camera, if we know what we're doing with the simplest things, they can catch
Right.
different things.
Right.
So it is very important to work with different photographers because they see different things.
Right, and you get a chance to experience something different also, because each, like you said, each photographer is different. The way that they shoot, the way they do things is totally different. So that helps you. You know,
Absolutely.
as a model, it helps you
Absolutely.
learn a lot more in experience about how to model, how to do this and how to do that. But there are the times too when you have models and you have photographers as well that you cannot work well with.
Right.
You know, you have those instances.
Right, you have those.
And but you make the best of it. You try to still get something out of it to make it work. One thing that I talk about a lot is that as a photographer, when you're shooting, and I see a lot of guys that don't do this, when you're shooting, every shot should be different. You know, cameras now, back in the day, we shot film and you had 12, 24, 36 chances to get it right. But now with the digital age, you know, you can just shoot. And a lot of photographers have that habit now of just shooting, and hopefully they'll get a good shot out of it. But you want to try to compose and get everything right the first time. So that's one of the things that I try to do all the time.
Yes.
And working with you, it makes it a lot easier. So that's one of the big differences about, you know, working with certain models and working with different photographers and things like that. All of that does make a difference. But the other thing too is that doing certain types of modeling, you know, whether it's fashion, swimwear, you know, lingerie, whatever it is, you have to be comfortable as a model working with that particular photographer.
Correct. You have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to be comfortable with the designer as well, whether it's swimsuit. If you are not comfortable in a swimsuit, do not get in front of the camera in a swimsuit because it will show. And you don't want that uncomfortability
Yes.
to show
It will show.
it will.
Yeah.
It will. Your facial expressions will
Right.
show, your body language will show, how you position yourself, it'll all show. And you
Right.
do not want that as a model. You
Right.
don't want that. If you are not comfortable with a particular designer, if you're not comfortable in their clothing, that will show as well. You want to project your comfortability.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a word, but you want to project that, and you have to be comfortable with yourself. You have to be comfortable with your makeup, your hair, your clothing, your positions. You have to be comfortable with yourself as a model.
One of the most interesting things, or I say most difficult things that a lot of models have to do is learning how to pose and what to do with their hands.
Yes.
You know, so
Yes.
a lot of that comes from experience.
Yes.
You know, with you, we pretty much sit down and just go for it. You know, you know what to do, you know how to pose, you know how to pose with your hands and how to do certain things. So that part can be a little challenging a lot of times, but once you get comfortable with the photographer that you're working with, it makes it a lot easier.
It does. It does. Another thing that makes it easy too is when you practice by yourself as well. Go home, sit in your room, look in the mirror, and just look at your facial expressions as well. Every photo you take, you should not have the same facial expression
Right.
as a model.
That's very true.
You cannot have the same facial expression,
That is very true.
then your work will be the same
Yeah.
every single time.
And that's why I say also that, like I said before, as a photographer, every shot that you take should be a little different. You know, because if you're just firing off 10 or 15 consecutive shots, you might catch the model that might blink her eye or something like that. But you want every shot to be a little different. You know, different pose, a different look. You know, how they pose their head a certain kind of way, use their hands, whatever it is. Even change the lighting up. You know, something you can just change a little bit just to get a different feel for it. And that's what you should be doing.
Yes, even with your eyes. Your eyes could make a big difference.
Yes.
You can look to the side. You can look up, look down.
Right.
Just your eyes, just a subtle change could make the picture completely different.
And that's what a lot of models think too, is also you got to look at the camera all the time. Not always.
No.
You know, that look away can be killer. That can be a killer. Just looking away, you're getting that certain look, and then you look away, and then you just glance up a little bit with them eyes. And it's like boom. So you got to know all of that. Photographer has to know how to coach you. How to direct you, you know, when you're doing a session.
Correct.
So all of that makes a difference. And like I said, if you're not comfortable with yourself and you're not comfortable with the photographer, it's going to show in your work.
It will.
It's going to show on both ends, and that's not a good reputation to get.
No.
Because I know you've had some bad experiences in the past.
I have. I've had a few bad experiences, and sometimes that comes with I've been doing it for a little while, and then when you get with a brand new photographer that's not sure or unsure of what to do, we can clash a little bit. We can clash, and so that makes it a little difficult. But then, like you said, we have to work through it. We have to work through it, because I'm not going to leave a session without a good photo.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. So we have to get something good out of the session.
Okay, that's good. That's good, because the other thing is turnaround time as far as getting your results and seeing how everything looks. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll show, when I'm working with a model, especially for the first time, I'll show a couple of shots after we shoot something just to see how it looks and let you see what you're doing. You know, because that can give you that extra confidence. Like, okay, it's not bad. Okay, I'm going to like this. And then once you get started, once you get comfortable, then the ball starts rolling. You just move. You just go.
Yes. Sometimes a good thing to do as well is to have some music in the background. Yes.
And I forgot this time we didn't have any music playing because I had the TV on watching the football, so I forgot to mute the football game and turn the music on. But
that's all right.
It worked out.
That's all right,
because we work together, and it's just a lot of fun for one. And we know what to expect from one another.
Yes.
So that makes a huge difference.
It does. It does. And it's also good when you have a excellent photographer. That's right. An excellent photographer. He is good at what he does. And sometimes you just have to let the photographer do what they do.
Yeah. And one of the main things is that getting to know the model first and foremost. And even if you meet him for the first time, just having a little conversation, you can get a feel for what they're about and what they're comfortable with and what they're comfortable without doing.
Correct.
So that's one of the things, the main things that I ask is like, okay, what do you want to do and what do you not want to do? You know, so you know ahead of times your limit and how much you can push the model and what you can do and can't do.
Correct.
So you have to know that ahead of time before you start shooting.
You are absolutely correct, because one thing I will not do is nudity.
Okay. All right. And you have to know that ahead of time.
You do.
You do, because, you know, in my background back here, I've got a little wardrobe section over in the corner, and I have extra clothes that I can use for the models and bring them in to do different things. So that can make a difference as well, because as you will see in the pictures that we'll show you a little bit later, she came in with the one outfit on, but then we changed it up with some of the stuff that I had here.
Correct.
That makes a big difference.
It does.
You know, and that can make them, it gives them a totally different look. It makes them feel a lot more comfortable. It's like, it gives them that positive energy.
Yes.
Say, okay,
Yes.
I'm liking this. I'm feeling this. So
Yes.
it makes a big difference.
It does. It does.
So we're going to cut this short. We're not going to do a whole segment, but I just want to put something together real quick and just show them what we did today. But what was your experience being down at the studio once again and just working with me once again?
Well, you know, I love it. I enjoy working with you from day one. So my experience every time I come and meet with you, we always do good work. Always do good work. So I love it here. I'm very excited and very happy that you now have this beautiful studio. You are able to get and do and produce and just show your work. And I'm happy. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to see what next. And I am here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to cheer you on, support you. Yes, yes.
And, you know, like I said, this was a spur of the moment thing. I was just down here doing some extra work, and she said she wanted to come through and do some pictures with her. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll set everything up, and we can put it together and see what happens. So this is going to be the result of it. Can't wait to show you the pictures, the before and after shots, and the little editing and everything once we put it together with this video. And I just want to thank you for coming through, because this was a spur of the moment thing, and the results were just awesome. So thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Looking forward to having you back in TV34 Studios once again and doing some more stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. And we'll talk to you guys again real soon. Stay tuned to TV34 Multimedia Productions. We are going to have some more headshot stuff for you coming real soon, so stay tuned.